In North Carolina, crews are working to restore power to nearly 40,000 households in the Moore County area, which have been in the dark since Saturday night. Authorities suspect a vandal or vandals damaged two substations at Duke Power.
I can say this individual that done this, it was targeted. It wasn't random. No group has stepped up to acknowledge or accept that they're the ones that done it. So, yeah, I call them cowards.
Duke Energy says they're working around the clock, but it could take a few days before all the necessary work is complete.
Unlike perhaps a storm where you can go in and reroute power somewhere else, that was not an option in this case, so repair has to be completed. In many cases, some of that equipment will have to be replaced.
The FBI has joined the North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation in this case.
That is not done without some organization, and it is not taken lightly. So these people will be facing significant criminal sentencing if they are convicted.
Moore County officials wouldn't confirm if this act was domestic terrorism, but they vow the matter will be resolved.
And I can promise you to the perpetrators out there, we will find.
This morning, thousands of people in North Carolina are waking up to the second morning of no power after a gunman fired shots at two energy substations Saturday evening. Those stations provide electricity to tens of thousands of people in Moore County, 90 miles outside of Charlotte, and officials say it could take days before power is fully restored. The shooting is being investigated as a criminal act with help from the FBI to determine who was responsible.
It appears to be an intentional, willful, and malicious act.
As officials work to determine the motive, speculation is circulating over whether the vandals targeted the area because of a drag show taking place nearby. Planners, already worried about potential violence, had extra security in place. While officials say there is no direct evidence, they are investigating every possibility.
I call them cowards, and I can promise you to the perpetrators out there, we will find you.
Andrew Wilkins is visiting his parents in Whispering Pines. His family has a generator, but says for so many of his neighbors, this is a shock.
There was no warning for this. Most people don't have a plan for someone, shooting two substations.
For many anxious residents, it's a desperate scramble to leave town as local schools, stores, and pharmacies remain closed. Now, with roads pitch black and temperatures below freezing, the county has declared a state of emergency and issued a mandatory curfew.
It is going to be very, very, very dark, and it's going to be chilly tonight, and we don't need to have anyone out on the streets.
And guys, we've been seeing sheriff's cars and crew trucks moving back and forth on this road all morning long. We do know that the county has now opened a shelter to help out the people who don't have heat. Temperatures got as low as 31 degrees overnight. They say that shelter is only running on generator power. It's only able to accommodate about 250 people. So, Savannah, that's just a small fraction of the many people who are still in the dark today. Back to